Hi, Gali.
Hello, hello. We're back.
Yes, how are you doing? Can I
Good.
hear
I'm great.
myself?
You can hear yourself? Okay. Well, I'm
Yes,
fantastic. I'm back in Cape Town. You're back in Cape Town. You're in a
I'm
new
back in Cape
space
Town.
there, which will be ready soon.
Yes, I'm in a new space and I'm totally new green screens, new office, new life.
It is new life. I've seen it and it's amazing, and I can't wait for you to keep enjoying it.
Yes, and the tech here is amazing. And I didn't install everything, but I'm still working. Once it will all be done, it will be wow.
Yes, it will. It will. It will. And I can't wait. It's going to be very well. And Margaret says, "Welcome home," by the way. So, hi,
Thank
Margaret.
you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
And okay, so today we are talking about universes, is the main topic. And we'll touch upon the laws of money attraction soon. But the main topic is universes. And the
Yep.
whole thing around universes is people, first of all, don't exactly understand what a universe is. And they have all kinds
Yeah.
of information around the universe. They've heard that the universe gave them things. They've heard that if they
Yeah.
put it into the universe, they will get some amazing results. So
Yeah.
there's a misunderstanding around universes. And I want to dive into, first of all, does the universe give you things?
Well, let's define the word universe. Okay. Universe is just a set of laws.
A set of laws. Okay.
Universe is just a set of laws that uh, few people agree to. So once you agreed to a set of laws, you have a universe. Okay. And
Okay.
to fully understand the universe, we need to separate between two things. There is generally, you can separate things between physical things and non-physical things. Okay? So we can
Yeah.
separate things into two physical things and not physical things. Okay?
Yes.
So we've got the physical universe, and we can define the physical universe as a universe that composed of twos. Okay,
Yeah.
so everything
Yeah.
in the physical universe composed of two, plus and minus, big and small, electron and proton, force, counter force. There is nothing in this universe that this universe do not admit of one or zero. There are
Right.
concepts of one and zeros, ideas, but ideas and concept are not physical. They are not composed of particles.
Right. 100%. Anything with a particle has to have more than one.
Exactly. It has to have two. In this universe, too. There are other universes that it's different. Okay. And
Okay.
the physical universe is something that composed of two, which means it started with twos.
You mean at the
Okay.
very, very beginning, there had to be two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If something is composed, let's say something is composed of wood, before you create that something, that thing was not there. And the first thing that you did with this something is two particles of wood or many particles of wood, and you put it together. So wood started it. Wood was not there before. Yeah. So
Yes.
it's,
Yes.
sorry, wood did not started it. Wood was created once the thing that you built from wood has been created. So it was not there
Yes.
before.
Yes. And it makes sense because, of course, even wood has many particles inside it. But anything that you build, if you think about it, even on that level, I want to build something, I need to put two together.
Yeah.
So there has to be an element of two, even on a big scale of putting pieces of wood. And then inside the wood, of course, to build it, there has to be many, many, many twos.
So this is the first thing. So the physical thing is composed of two. And the interesting about those physical things that they are dead.
That, yeah,
If you
the
talk to a
physical things are
chair,
dead.
yeah, if you talk to a chair, it doesn't answer. If you talk to a computer, the computer doesn't answer. What answer is the programmer that wrote a program that tells the computer how to answer, but the computer is dead. Electrons
100%.
are
Yeah.
dead. Okay. Wonderful. So we've got this thing that's called the universe or the physical universe, and the physical universe cannot give you anything. You can only change it or give it things.
Yes, got you. Okay. So you
Okay,
can change it, I understand fully, or give it things, I guess, from the creation. You can create things into it.
Actually, you can put joy into it. You can put sadness into it. You can put fear into it. So you can look at a snake, and you can think that, "Whoa, that it's frightening," or you can look at that and you can say, "Whoa, that's such a lovely, beautiful creature." You put into it, and then it become.
Okay, so just on that before we continue. So you put into it things, but when you say what those examples you gave are emotions, fear, joy, sadness, etc. So what you're saying is what you can put into the universe is emotions.
Yeah, and the word emotion is really the handling of motion. So you put motion into the universe, and otherwise it's not. It's dead. It will
Right.
not move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Good. So the physical universe has been created, and the question is, who created the physical universe? What we know for sure that it was not created by itself.
Yes. At least that. Yeah.
A chair do not create chair. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that thing that can bring things into being is called the spirit, or the spirit, and the spirit operates from the spiritual universe. The difference between the spiritual universe and the physical universe is the spirit can bring about things. How? You put an idea and an intention behind it, and then it materialize.
I see. Yeah.
You could you put an idea and an intention behind it, and it materialize if you actually do that in the physical universe. The problem is that all of your life you've been convinced the things are being given to you. So you don't create. You used to create as a baby, as a child. You had an idea and you took a piece of stick and it became a horse. And it was a real horse. And as an adult, you had periods where you say, "Whoa, my wife will call me." And unfortunately, she did. And scold me.
Be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. So you've got this thing that you decide that something will happen and then it happened. I'll give you an example. Um, about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I met a friend, and this friend, um, I didn't see him for maybe 20, 30 years. Okay. And I told him about what I'm doing and blah, blah, blah. And he looked at me and he says, "I know all of that." And I said, "What do you mean you know all of that? I didn't see you for 30 years. Did you follow me somehow?" He says, "No, I know all of that." And so I said, "How?" He said, "You remember when we were about 16, something like that, we were standing next to the red gate at the school, and you didn't go in because you didn't like to go into the school, but we stood there and talked. And you told me that this will happen." I didn't remember that I said that, but at that time I knew it will happen, and it did happen. You get it?
Right, right. I 100%. So you mentioned it to him at the time. You told him. Now,
Yeah, I told him
yeah,
exactly what will happen, and that's what happened. And for me, it's gone because I just created it. And my life was never like I tell people something that totally throw them out. I say, I never worry. You know me for a few days. I never worried. Never, never, never. I just don't have this thing of being worried or being afraid. Whatever happened, I know that I can create the next step.
yeah, that's
That
true. I vouch
ability
for it.
that ability is this thing that I just know that I can put something there and it will happen. I know it so well that I don't even go to check if it did happen. Other people telling me that it happened, but I don't check if it happened. I don't need the validation or verification. I just know it will happen. And for me, it happened. If the physical universe is a bit slow, then it's his problem. Now, every time you say that the physical universe will give me thing, every time you expect the universe to give you thing, you basically admit that you cannot put something there. You put it yourself at an effect. And every time you do that, you actually lose your native ability to bring something out of nothing.
Yes. Yes. I fully see that. If you want the universe to give you something, that just makes you a sitting duck hoping that the universe gives you something. So that for sure makes sense. But so on that side, from that angle, I get it totally. Now, from the angle of putting things into the universe. So as an example, it could be said that when you were sitting in front of the red gate at school, you put it into the universe that you will have success and growth and what has become. So is that applicable to put things into the universe?
Yeah. You put it there, and if you know, and if you don't go and check, which is one of the ways to say you didn't put it there, and if you don't look for signs, which mean it's not me, it's the sign. And if you just put it there with no effort, with no consideration, you just put it there and you know that it will be there, you will see it will happen. Generally, what happens is the physical universe convince you that you are in effect. You need to open the door. You need to go to the refrigerator to get food. The refrigerator do not come to you. Yes, you need to
Yeah.
do things. Yes, you don't actually get for things to happen unless if you start putting it there. And anyone that knows me, anyone that worked with me for a little bit knows that I can just decide things and that happening. I can decide that this person will be cured and just right in front of his eyes, he get cured because I put it there.
Yes, for sure.
Because the
Yeah, I've
body
seen
is
it.
a physical thing.
Right, totally. Yes. So, and for sure, you do that. I've seen that. And I think that many people probably have had a moment in their life that they can think of where they made
Mhm.
some kind of a decision and magically it happened. Maybe once, but somebody can think of this thing, they thought of it, and somehow it happened. So you're saying that the way to create that as something that's under your control is purely by not actually checking once you've put it there. You just put
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah, and what these two methods to regain this ability. Number one is just to put out ideas, put out ideas, put out ideas, put out ideas without checking. And then when something happened, don't invalidate it and say, "Oh, it was by mistake." Just validate yourself.
Yes. Okay. So wait, I know there's two methods, but on this first one, put out ideas, put out ideas. What ideas do you mean?
Anything. I decided that I want this thing to be fixed. I don't know how, I don't know who, I don't know what, but somehow a guy called me and said, I'm looking for a job and I'm really specialized in aluminum. And wow, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Thank you for calling. What took you so long? It took
Yeah.
almost about 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Exactly.
This
So,
this morning I wanted Carmen to call me because I needed to set up with her something. And as I just decided, okay, I need to talk to her, she needs to call me, not I'm going to call her. I decided she's going to call me. She just called me and she said, I just felt this urge to call you. I said, good, well done for getting the message.
that's amazing. That's amazing. And I know that that happens to you all the time.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's amazing. So
So you put
when
out
you say
ideas, you put out ideas, you put out
on,
ideas, and
yeah,
you don't put in a special stance to make it. You don't need a special energy. There's actually the least energy you put into it, the more it will happen. If you want it not to happen, put energy into it.
Amazing. Yeah, got it. Because yeah, I get it fully. So you just about the subject that you're handling, you put out ideas, put out ideas, put out ideas.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
anything.
just put
Just
ideas.
it
No,
will
you
happen
don't
like
say,
this.
look,
Yeah,
yeah. You just say, I need, I have $10,000 in the bank. I need $10,000 today. Good. And you ask your wife to pass you the sugar. Like, there's not. Yeah,
yeah.
like
So you
not
put
a
it there and
thought.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah. You just put it there and it will happen. And now you need to rehabilitate this ability because you agreed for so long that everything that happened because of something that happened before. There's a prior cause. There's something because I did that, this happened, and because that happened, that happened, and because that happened, that happened. That's how you learn that things happening in the physical universe, and you agree and you agree and you agree. And when you try to do what I'm telling you, if it will work, it will make you very, very wrong because all those
right.
times you were wrong.
Yeah, you've been doing it in
So
you break
to be
everything you
wrong.
had. Yeah,
You don't like to be wrong, and you are willing to give up all your abilities. You are willing to give happy life. You're willing to give all the things that you are able to create just for one reason, not to be wrong. How do you recover it? On a gradient scale. You just put ideas, 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 and all of a sudden something will happen. Like you, for a millisecond, you will not notice that you actually not working based on prior cause, but you're just putting it there. And when it happened, your tendency will be to explain why it happened. Don't. It's you. Your wife called
yeah.
you. Don't try to explain why. She called you because you said so.
Amazing. So that's would that be the second part? Is basically once it
No.
happens. Okay, so that's
No.
just
So the
still a
first
part of
thing,
the
the
first.
first thing, yeah.
First thing, you put out
Put the first
ideas,
part.
it will happen, and then don't be surprised when it does. Don't explain why it happened. It happened because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the second part is to undo all those agreements that you had that you don't want to be wrong about. And how do you do that? You sit in a webinar or you listen to a recording or you read a quote and all of a sudden something click and you get this certainty about a piece of data. You get the certainty of a piece of data. You know it's true. It's not because I say it. It's not because someone else said that. It's not because you understand how it works. You just know it's true. You just know. Yes, like you have a
Hmm.
total certainty about a specific thing in the universe, in your own universe. The moment that you get total certainty on something, there is no prior cause. You have certainty
Okay.
about your name. So you don't say, well, what's my name? Let me see. I need a symbol. Let me look at the book. What's my name? And my name. No, you just know your name.
Right.
You don't
Yeah.
understand your
Yeah.
name. You know your name. Yeah. So there are things like you move your hand because you know how to move your hand. You don't think about prior cause. There's no process of I will decide to move my hand and then I will pull this muscle and I will release this muscle. And no, you just know. Now, once you will
Yes.
have this kind of a certainty about data, you'll get this thing about data. What will happen when you find truth about something, when you are certain about something, that thing stop to exist. You create it. When you know your name, not
Hmm.
because you're remembering it, you don't remember your name, you know your name. When you need to remember something, you're not creating it. I'm
I
talking to you
see.
right now, not because I remember something, there's no prior cause. I just know. You ask
Yeah.
me a question
Yeah.
in all of this interview, and I just say, brum, I just know.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
So once you get certainty, prior cause disappear. You just remove one chain of changes or agreements or prior causes. And what will happen is that you get this certainty, and then you get another certainty or about specific pieces of data or specific pieces of facts or specific things, and you get another certainty and another certainty, And at one moment, you just know that you know. And you don't know that you know about something. Your certainty is knowing that you know about something, and knowing is knowing that you know about anything. So for as long as
Right.
you're just
Got you.
certain, for as long that you're just certain, you're still limited. You're still limited. You'll be successful in that area, granted, but it's limited. It's just one area. But once you have a certainty, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. All of a sudden, you just, oh, well, I'll manage. I know anything. Just throw me in the middle of the jungle with lions and I'll eat them for breakfast, or I will make them my friends, or there will be no lions, or I will change the space from a jungle to a sea.
Amazing. Totally. And there are instances where you see that all of a sudden you know, and you have this expansion in your life, even if it's not you just all of a sudden know about everything, but you start with a certainty on one narrow line, and all of a sudden you find that somehow your certainty, without any explanation, it just has expanded. And that's you knowing. It's your knowing expanded. And so
Yeah,
you're saying that only happens by unraveling the nonsense that you have, which is keeping you from being certain, at least in one
yeah,
area.
yeah. Your native state is you know. So you're
Yes.
born, you know to go to get the milk. You know to
Yeah.
listen. You know how to move the hand. You know how to poop. You know a lot of things. Yes, you know, not your body know. It's you know,
Right.
because
Right.
if
Yeah.
you are not there, the body malfunction and it will die, or you will become whatever. There will be physical problems. So it's you.
Yes.
It's the spirit that knows, and over the years you lose it, you lose it, you lose it, you lose it, because you agree, you agree, you agree, and you are really an ethical person, even if you think that you're not. You're an ethical person. Every person is an ethical person, if they, even if they think that they know, that they don't, because they really want to keep their word. They say, okay, I will agree to that, I'll agree to that, I'll agree to that. Now they're not going to change their word and say, no, I will not do it. You need to
Yeah. Yeah.
show them how it was a trap, how this agreement was actually not logical. It's actually a fake reality. And once they realize that, they can be certain about one subject and another subject and another subject. The only enemy in this thing, the only enemy in this method, in the second method, is once you are certain and you know, that you will assume that others don't.
I see. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
now you commit a sin against others, you add a lie to this thing that you know, and it will stop being knowing.
Amazing. So you have to know and assume fully that others know too.
Yeah, at least as much as you. You need to know that you
Wow.
are amazing and perfect, and that you know, and anyone else is as amazing as you, as perfect, and they know. And just like you a second ago, they were just unwilling to admit it, because they're actually good, they're actually ethical. It's not because they were stupid, it's not because they were just unwilling to break the words. And you need to help them to see that the word that they gave is actually creating more damage than good. And since they want to do more good than damage, they will just say, oh, certainty, thank you very much, let me create something else.
Yeah, and that's beautiful, and it's even amazing to have that viewpoint on people of they're just unwilling to break their word, which is, by the way, such a good intention. Good on you for not wanting to break your word, for wanting to do the right thing. But now have a look. There's a better way with that will actually improve. And so therefore you throughout the process you can actually see the good in the person, and by
Yeah,
that
yeah.
really help them. Yeah, I see that. That's amazing. That's super awesome.
It's really
And by the
amazing. This is really,
Yeah,
yeah,
and a few people in the chat said, "Wow." Luciana said, "Wow." Natasha, "Wow, wow, wow." Margaret said, "Happens every minute of every one of your webinars, Mayor and Gal, talking about how we unravel these things."
yes,
And Carmen wrote, "True." Back about the call. that she called you,
Ah,
that
yes,
she said
yes, yes,
true.
yes. She called me. Yes,
And
and
Eva
every
said
um,
such a wonderful explanation, makes much more sense what the confusion is about universes. So,
yeah,
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 incredible. It really
yeah.
does answer
Yeah,
that
see, there
well.
are many, 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 many more comments. I'm moving aside because I'm looking at the chat on the other screen.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all I can see on mine. I think you might be able to see even more than me. So
yeah,
if more
there are
people
more,
are
but
chatting,
yeah, but many,
wow.
many, many comments. Really
Oh, wow,
amazing.
amazing. Okay, okay. Then I'm just on my side, I don't see it. But
Okay, no
amazing, good.
problem.
I love that everybody's interacting and loving it because it is amazing. And I know we're limited on time. So I actually think that that's fantastic on the subject of universes so far. Of course, again, massive subject crammed into 25 minutes.
Yeah,
But we
generally
can,
you can
yeah.
look at this whole subject and the saving grace. What you really need to know is that the spirit never, ever, ever lose its native abilities. You cannot lose your
Mhm.
abilities,
Right.
regardless of how bad you are. You can be on drugs, on this, on that, You never lose your native abilities. The only thing that you lose is your willingness to demonstrate those realities. And that's so amazing because all you have to do is just to get this certainty about one piece of data and another certainty, and then all of a sudden you say, well, actually, I know. Actually, I know.
Yeah,
And that's really beautiful.
that is beautiful. That's amazing. It's amazing. And it just shows you a way to get there as well, which I
Yeah.
love.
Now
Yeah.
that's applied to any subject, and probably the most amazing subject that it applies to is money. Why? Because most people don't understand that money has an emotion, and emotions get control by the spirit by putting it there. If you don't put it there, the emotion will deteriorate and deteriorate and deteriorate, and you will not have money because money has a very specific emotion that you need to put there. It's an idea. Money is an idea. You need to put it there. And it's amazing that money is just an idea. If you think about
Yeah.
money, it's an idea. People trust it and whatever, but money is an idea. It's not like Bitcoin is an idea. Cash is an idea. You know, Jewish people invented it. It's good, but no,
Yeah.
but it's a Jewish
Yeah. They
people.
came up with all the ideas, but that aside, you know.
That's a side. So money is an idea. It's just an idea. And how do you bring about things is by putting ideas with intention, and you will have money. But since most people really believe in prior cause, really believe in reasons, really believe that something bring about something, they always look at the reasons. And the actual thing about reasons are always why not, ideas are why yes. Because reasons are
Wow.
always in the past, reason are always why not, regardless if you cover them with sugar or not. Reasons are always why not, and they're always wrong because reasons is about the past, and the past is always, always, always a lie. What does it mean, lie?
Wow.
It's a change from the original, at least a change in time, minimum, but there's more than time. So the past is lies. Reasons are always lies. Never go look for reasons. Create something more beautiful. Never look for reason.
Mhm.
Create something
Wow.
aesthetics. Never look for
Right.
reason without ideas. And you too can become Jewish.
Exactly. That's it. That's all you have to do. Instant conversion.
Yes.
Amazing. And that's so incredible because people look for how am I going to get money? And there has to be a reason that I do. And so they hope to attract money. And the problem with a lot of the issue with attraction is that you're actually at effect. Because
Yeah.
if you hope to attract a girl, you hope that in her mind, she changes and then likes you. So you are at effect. But in this case is a totally different viewpoint on attraction. It's like you just pull it, but effortlessly by just putting it there, by having the idea,
Yeah,
by understanding it.
yeah. So you put it there, and it's there, and you're not getting even impressed by it. You know, you remember a few months ago, Gal told me and said, "Daddy, do you know that there's I don't know, I think it was a few $100,000 or something like that in one of the PayPal account?" And I said, "Yeah, more or less. I don't know exactly. Do you know where is it coming from?" It's from my ideas. I don't know. Like, why will I check where is it coming from? I just
Yeah.
create it. I don't. You remember?
Yeah. I remember I was like, there's quite a bit of money in this account. Like, do you know about it? What do you do? Do you need to do something with that? Like, oh wow, there is. And I was like, yeah, what do you mean? You don't know who paid, like who paid, how it got? No, just I don't know. It just is there. I was like, oh, okay, so
I just
I'll
create it.
take some then. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but really your thing was, yeah, it just came about. Yeah.
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 I
From a lot of
really
just
put it
ideas.
there.
You
I just put it there. I put it there. I put it there. I put it there. I put it there. And I don't care what's happening with that, because the purpose is not the money. I'm putting the idea, and the idea is to help. My idea is to help people. My idea is to love people. And by the way, they want to pay because they feel uncomfortable that I pay them so much. So they want to feel more comfortable. So they want to help me. But my intention is I want to help. And the money just come in. I never check how much. Never.
yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
always
just too much.
secondary. Yeah,
Yes.
it's I know that money, speaking of the laws of money attraction in your mind, the way I've seen for my whole life, the way that you operate is, on the one hand, it doesn't matter, you don't put attention on where it came from, and you also don't have attention on paying with money, like you're the best customer ever. It really goes both ways. You will spend the money without checking, without it's secondary, just like
Yeah.
its income is secondary to your purpose to help
Yeah.
on both sides. So for sure, that's just how it is for you, and that's why
Yeah.
it's you're
Yeah,
a magnet for it. Yeah.
yeah, there are specific laws, spiritual laws, not physical universe laws. There are specific laws that you need to rehabilitate your willingness to create or to work with. And once you know them, once you gain certainties about those laws, you will have the knowingness about money, and money will come to you. It's really, really, really easy to make money. It's extremely difficult to change your mind about how easy it is.
Right. Right. And it's so true, and it sounds too good to be true, but so many people on our webinars, they'll join, they'll will unravel a couple of things, and all of a sudden opportunities fall in their lap. They go, they make money. It just happens, like, whoa, they ride the wave, and it's not by accident. And that's basically in this, the laws of money attraction, this webinar. It's actually a webinar, one webinar. It's not now a whole series. It's one condensed webinar, one night only. And the idea is basically to take these laws and to put them into one powerful thing that at the end of the webinar, you can go and have money be attracted to you effortlessly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
it's
you can
it's
put it
amazing.
there. Yeah, you put it there, and then when it comes to you, you say, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I
The
expected you.
whole
Welcome.
idea, yeah, and the whole idea, it has to be, don't need to even check. You don't need verification. If you're looking for a verification, you will not have what you want to have.
Amazing. Yeah, totally amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give
So,
you an example. I'll give you an
yeah,
example, something that
yeah,
happened today, something small. So I was somewhere in Sea Point, and I come to the car, and I see that some small piece, plastic piece in the front is missing. I said, wow, that's interesting. I'll find it. Now I'm in the middle of Sea Point, in the middle of town, yes. I drive, I don't know, just around the corner, go back to Sea Point, to the main road, and someone just jumping, wanting to stop me. And in Sea Point in Cape Town, you don't
Yeah,
just
people,
stop.
and it's,
Yeah.
yeah, there's no car. Yeah, it's
But he wanted me to stop. So I stopped and I opened the window and I said, "Yes, sir, how can I help you?" And he said, "Sorry, I found this thing. I think it was where your car was. I think it's belonged to you." I said, "Oh, wow, thank you. I knew it will come to me." But I
that's
just knew.
amazing, amazing. Yeah,
I'll
wow,
show a guy on the car. It's like this small square in the front that covers something. And I just knew it will come.
amazing. That's incredible. That's
So I made
incredible.
a decision. I didn't. I just knew it will come. I dropped it. I didn't care. Whatever. It's a piece of plastic at the moment. Like nothing. I don't care. Nothing. I just drove around. Was on the way to meet someone. My next stop, and this guy jumped, and he's a guy that I will never stop for. He's like homeless kind of guy. But I
Right,
just knew
right.
I need to stop for him and to open the window and to talk to him. And he says, "Sorry, sir," and he's like smelled from alcohol, and he's like, "I think this is yours." I said, "Yes, it is mine. Thank you. I was waiting for it."
Wow, that's amazing. That's so
Yes,
incredible. That's exactly it. But that happens to you literally all the time, in like a million different ways.
it
Not like
doesn't
from a
happen to me. I
yeah,
create it all the time.
true, true, true. That's true. You create that all the time, and it's from plastic to money to people calling you like
Yeah,
all the time. It happens between us where I'll randomly call you and you'll be like, "Thank you, I just thought of you," things like that. Like it's all the time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
amazing. Very amazing. So, how do people join the Laws of Money Attraction? Basically, it'll be on November 4th. So, it's not this Thursday, but next Thursday. And typically, it's actually a part of my massive fundamentals program. So, people are
It's
joining
amazing.
for with the amazing fundamentals program, and they're joining for just one lesson there, which is this concentrated dose about these rules, these laws of money attraction. And that's it. So, because it's part of the fundamentals, usually it's a $432 course. And today, through the live, if you watch the live, I think it's the only way you'll know about this price. It's only $97. It will be that way for the next 24 hours, whoever is on. And that's it. And then after that, it'll go up in price again. So
Gali, you need to do the laws of money attraction. That's too cheap.
yeah, yeah. And now you're not. I'm not attracting enough money. Yeah, yeah. I didn't get that approved through your, criteria.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's too
yeah.
cheap.
Yes, I
Wow,
know. I
that's
know. Yeah.
amazing. That's
So just
amazing.
today, it's
And
just a 24-hour thing. And if you're on the live, great. If not, it'll just go to a more reasonable attraction price.
exactly,
Yeah.
attractive price.
Attractive. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Okay, great. So gprosperity.com/, it's LOMA. It looks kind of like an I, but it's LOMA, Laws of Money Attraction, LOMA. And you can check it out there. There's a bunch of information. Write to me or to my dad if you have questions about it, and join.
Good. I
Yes,
think
this
that's
was
all.
great. Yes, so thank you for everyone that was on. Barbara said so attractive, such great info. Margaret said it's fabulous about the fundamentals because she's a part of it. And I think I
I
missed a bunch of other messages because I didn't see, but I'll go and look afterwards on the Facebook feeds. Yeah.
You had today an amazing win that you shared with me. This
Yes.
lady,
From
how
yeah.
much money she made, like in
Yeah,
couple.
yeah, she might even be on here. I won't say the name, but she'll know. But I shared it with you, and she said that in 3 weeks she created $11,000 in sales, and it
And
was
she's not a
be-
salesperson. No, she was not a
and
salesperson.
was not a salesperson. The idea for her to do sales was like horrible. And one day she was like washing her hands on a break, and she was like, "I'm excited to get back to doing my work. What is it that I'm doing? Sale? I'm excited about the fact that I'm going to go back to do sales. And she just said it's purely from the one of the programs that we did, the income booster. And said she would have made money, but it would have never ever been like that had she not joined. It wouldn't have been 11,000 in 3 weeks. Put it that way.
Yeah,
So amazing. It's an
her
amazing
job
win.
with yeah, her job before that was something totally different. She was teaching, and she was like, from what I understood from the message, that she was selling with other people that are really pro salespeople, and they were like, "Oh, wow, you're amazing! How do you do that?" And like she beat all of them or something.
Yeah,
So that
exactly.
was
They had been doing it for a while. She showed up and in 3 weeks, like, schooled them. And it's not her profession. She's not a salesperson at all. Doesn't even like sales or didn't like sales until now.
but
So
she's a
yeah,
teacher, so she schooled
hey,
them.
she schooled them because she's a teacher. Exactly, exactly. That's why she schooled them. Exactly. I love it. Yes. Okay. So thank you for everyone, Abale. Thank you. That was
Thank you.
awesome, and I love you.
Mwah.
Mwah. Love you. Bye,
Love you,
guys.
Baba. Mwah. Bye.
Mwah.